Hi, I am Ben Alexander and I have autism. So if you enjoy watching this video and love to learn more about autism, please consider subscribing, hitting the thumbs up button, and turning on your YouTube notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. I'll make sure to have a video per week, and if there's any ways that I can improve my content or just any content ideas, I definitely appreciate that. And if you could put it down in the comment section, I try to read them as much as I can. Any help is appreciated for sure. So for today's topic, we're going to talk about high-functioning autism. So what is it? And there's lots of varying degrees of autism, and I fall under the higher functioning autism, on the higher functioning side of the spectrum. And I'm speaking to you, and I think that's a good sign that I have high functioning autism. I can also drive, go to school. I went to college, and yeah, I've done a lot of different things in my life. I've been able to hold a job. Like, there's definitely lots of great blessings of being with a higher functioning autism. And literally, I go to college and anywhere around, because I normally tell people I'm autistic. So certain people, of course. But I don't mind disclosing that I'm autistic at all. People are like, really? You're autistic? I didn't know that. And then it's like, yep, I'm autistic. That's me. That's kind of the thing where it's like, yep, definitely. I kind of hide it very well, like masking the autism, and that will be another video topic for some future day about masking autism. But yeah, that's kind of a cool thing, I guess. Kind of not, you know what I mean? For friends to tell me, oh, you're not autistic. Why? Or I'm surprised you're autistic, That's kind of what it was meaning. It was like, there's definitely positive advantages of anything. When it comes to higher functioning autism, there definitely is positives and negatives for sure. The first positive I can think of is blending into society. And this is a positive. For example, most people drive, and I'm able to drive. I have a driving instructor with me. Even tonight, as I came home from volunteering with my church at a vacation Bible school for children, I drove the highway home by myself, even though it's not a long distance at all from my house. I could take it without the highway, but I could also take it with the highway, so I decided to take it with the highway. And guess what? I drove that thing by myself. And that's kind of a sign that I have high-functioning autism. If you can drive, I would suggest, or you are, in fact, high-functioning autism, if you have been diagnosed with autism, of course. If you just got diagnosed with autism, are like, what function do I have? Hopefully the diagnosis people would explain that to you, but I would explain that higher functioning autism means that you could still function in society, like, you know what I mean? Like, working a job as well, like holding a job. I've been able to go to work. In addition to doing the content creation on my autism channel and my food allergy channel, I work a 40-hour-a-week retail job. And that has been awesome because now I have money in the bank, not relying on government funds. So people that need government funds can take it. I paid off all my college debt because I only had like $27,000 of student debt. My parents paid half of it. So really, I got an awesome deal for that. And I paid it off within less than a year of graduating, which I graduated last year of May of 2023. Right now, I'm saving up for a car. I'm driving a 2002 Beater CRV. And my dad's giving me a 2019 Honda CRV for $7,000. So I'm able to get an awesome deal, and honestly, that's exciting for me that I have an exciting deal. Most people don't find 2019 cars for $7,000. So I definitely am happy with that. And like I said earlier about paying off college, I went to college and I actually graduated college with a cum laude as an autistic person. That's incredible. I'm thankful for God for that. And it was an incredible accomplishment for me. And I'm glad that I graduated and never gave up because there were some hard days in college. College is not easy. And it's obviously not for everybody too. So if you're kind of deciding whether I should go to college or not, you just have to look at your situation and evaluate what you want in your life. I think that's how it's tell people whether to go to college or not. For me, I was in high school, wanted to do media, and I took a tour of another college I didn't go to, Ashland University, and they showed me their media department, and I'm like, wow, this is very interesting. Like, I love this. And then I went around, I was like, okay, what can I do with this? And then I went to Mount Vernon for the affordability price. Mount Vernon Nazarene University, I paid, obviously I got it paid off within less than a year. That's a heck of a trade, if you ask me. And I definitely loved all the people and all the relationships and all the trials and tribulations and ups and downs that I had at Mount Vernon. I met some of the greatest people in my life over at Mount Vernon. And I met a lot of great people in my life too. And I was so blessed to have that time in college. And if you really are on the fence about college, I know this is about high-functioning autism. Just as a high-functioning autism person that's trying to decide whether to go to college or not, I'll just advise, or really anybody, as a matter of fact, just make sure you make the best decision for yourself. Look at the facts, look at what you want to do, and I think that'd be awesome. The second positive I would say is I can communicate to people, and that's an incredible gift. I know on the lower functioning side, they're nonverbal and all that stuff. And I am verbal and nonverbal. So that's very nice to be able to have conversations with people. And I've learned a lot through my life by being able to talk. And it definitely is a blessing. It's been a great thing. I can't really complain about any of the positives, but unfortunately, not everything's perfect, so we're going to have some negatives about being a high-functioning autism person. I still have trouble with anxiety and speech issues. And I know I struggle with speech. I slur and mispronounce certain words. And that does produce a lot of anxiety because people might make fun of me, and I worry about that a lot. If it's a job interview, they might not give me the job. Etc. All those things. And the last thing I want to do is make myself look foolish in front of anybody. They assume that I'm not autistic because, again, people have a tough time viewing me as autistic. Now, there's some people that can tell that I'm autistic, which that's an incredible gift to tell that I'm autistic, it seems like, because everybody that I get around is like, you're autistic? I don't care. It doesn't matter, And honestly, I appreciate the honesty more than anything. I like people that are honest. All that stuff and just the worry and anxiety about, my speech and all that stuff, how it portrays the others. Like sometimes I struggle with my TH words. There are certain words that I struggle with. Like I said, there's some words that I really struggle with, and I worry that people are going to judge, and, I don't know what else to really tell you, except that, having speech issues can produce some anxiety, and then the perfectionist mindset where it's like, man, I can't do that. Are you kidding me? Why do I keep struggling with this word? You can't do this. But then you have to tell yourself, it's like, relax. It's all right. It's not a big deal. We messed up a word. Okay, let's relax, calm down, and make sure we continue to pronounce the words correctly. and just move on. Like, that's kind of having a short memory is very important when it comes to speech issues, because it is hard. It's difficult having autism and communication. I mean, there's definitely, what's the autism? There was definitely a lot about speech issues because autism, if you want to go watch that video, you can. I'll make sure to put it at the end screen credits that you could go watch it, or you could go search up my channel and watch it yourself. But yeah, it talks about like speech and all that stuff, and how autism can affect speech and all that stuff. So yeah, I definitely think that's a challenge for me, and you might even catch it a little bit where it's like I kind of get a little nervous. I know this is my third video on this channel, so I'm still kind of getting used to talking in a camera. So that there's a lot of different challenges that I have that, I'm willing to face, because I believe making this YouTube channel is going to help me connect with people that I never would have known if I would have just not done this channel, because a lot of you are spread across the world, which that's a really cool connection to make people across the world. That's why I kind of love creating YouTube content, because of the connections that I can find. So yeah. And the second negative is really you might not get the help you need. And I know if you're a late diagnosed people, I hear stories on YouTube, on the internet, talk about how they struggle with finding the help they need. Even to get a diagnosis is hard for them. And I feel for you. I'm 100% sorry for that. I've been fortunate since I was diagnosed as being from 2 years old. I was able to get a lot of more autism education. My parents did a great job of catching it. So it was really an awesome thing that my parents were able to catch it. I was able to get so much support as a young child. And truly, I don't think I'd have been the same person today as I would have been. Like, I don't know where I'd have been without that. And I know I trust in God to lead me the way. But, I definitely do think, I don't know where I'd have been. I have no idea where I'd been if I didn't have the services that I have. And I wish everybody can have services that they need. Whether you're a late diagnosis or any diagnosis, from children to adults, I think everybody should have equal services. And I think we do need to listen to each other, and hopefully we as autistic people can kind of educate people on what services there are, and how it can help them, and also parents of autistic children can help them this as well. Just again, it's a teamwork. We're working together to find a solution to make sure that every autistic person has services like I do, which I've been incredibly fortunate. There are services throughout school, there are services for driving, services for career advice. I've been through a lot of services, and honestly, I'm extremely thankful to have all those services that I can. And to close, so what is high-functioning autism? So it's a person that can do a lot of tasks that a normal non-autistic human being can do. So yeah, as a high-functioning autistic man, I might do some things differently. Like, people will be like, why are you doing it this way? It's like, I have my own way. Like, just as long as I'm not destroying anything or hurting anybody, just please let me do it. That's kind of what I say sometimes. It's like, and I don't think it's necessarily wrong. Obviously, don't hurt people, and don't hurt property or others. I think that's pretty much the key there. And I believe high-functioning autistic people are incredible people and deserve to be treated with respect. And I know quite a bit of high-functioning autistic people. They are incredible people. I enjoy talking to them. They're really awesome to be around. And I hope you learned something about high-functioning autism. And if you enjoy this video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and turn on your YouTube notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. Also, if you have any video ideas or any suggestions how I can improve my videos, I'd love to take them in the comment section down below. I'll make sure to visit them and I'll answer as many as I possibly can. And really just feel free to express and be authentic in the comment section. I would really appreciate all your support. Thank you for watching to the end of this video. Have a wonderful night.